Today, we're jumping into the powerful story of creator and entrepreneur Arshia Morjani. It's an incredible journey about spotting a need, taking a huge leap of faith, and navigating the massive life change that is motherhood. So let's start with a core idea that really frames this whole story. This belief that you can have it all, just not all at the same time. This isn't just a nice quote. It's a real lesson about priorities and timing that she learned the hard way. So here's how we're going to walk through her path. First, finding that initial idea, then getting the courage to actually do something about it. We'll look at the resilience that backed her up, the total transformation of motherhood, and finally, the wisdom she gained from it all. Okay, so every great journey really starts with a problem, right? And for Arshia, it was a problem she saw every single time she went looking for beauty content that actually felt like it was for her. You've got to picture this. It's 2016, and the beauty world online looked really different. The whole scene was dominated by these beauty gurus, but almost none of them were Indian. So Arshia's scrolling and realizing, wait a minute, the products they're recommending, they just don't work for my skin tone. And nobody was doing the full glam makeup that she loved specifically for brown skin. So she didn't just see a problem, she saw this huge waiting audience that was being completely ignored. So yeah, spotting that gap in the market, that's the first step. But actually leaving a stable job to go fill it, well, that takes a serious leap of faith. And look, this wasn't an overnight thing. She actually started making videos as a way to escape a fashion job she absolutely hated. Her videos eventually got good enough that Cosmopolitan India noticed her, and that's where the real light bulb moment happened. She was trying to set up a photo shoot and realized she couldn't find a single Indian blogger in New York City. That was the sign. She knew she had to bet on herself and go all in. But, telling your family? That's a whole other challenge. Her single mom, who had worked so incredibly hard to give her family a stable life, was, let's just say, concerned. As Arshia explains it, that concern totally came from a place of love and wanting her to be secure. But it was a really tough conversation. And here's the thing, she wasn't just running on a dream. She had what you'd call a proof of concept. Even making a tiny, tiny amount of money, we're talking just $10, was enough to show her mom, look, this isn't just a silly hobby. It was real, tangible proof that this could actually be a career. So you have to wonder, where did she get that kind of guts to take that leap? To really understand that, we've got to look at the foundation she built as a kid, a foundation of pure resilience. Arshia is so clear about this. She doesn't look back on her past and see herself as a victim. Not at all. She sees all those family struggles as the very thing that shaped her mindset. This deep belief that no matter what life throws at her, she'll figure it out. I mean, her family's story is just one of incredible grit. They moved to the US from India, and almost right away her parents separate. Her mom raises 4 kids all by herself, working whatever jobs she could get, from a 99-cent store to cleaning houses. They didn't always have a stable place to live, sometimes sleeping on friends' couches. But through all of that, her mom drilled this one lesson into her. If you work hard, you can do anything. Now, this powerful resilience, this strength built over years and years of hardship, it was about to be tested in a completely new way when she became a mother. She puts it so perfectly. She says motherhood isn't just about giving birth to a baby. It's a total, fundamental rebirth of you. It means saying goodbye to the old you, to a life of spontaneity, and stepping into a whole new world where another person depends on you for everything. And Arshia is incredibly open and honest about her experience with postpartum anxiety. It's something so many new moms go through, but it's often hidden away in silence. She really gives us a window into what that feels like. She describes these feelings with such raw honesty, these just overwhelming waves of sadness that would hit her out of nowhere, crying all the time and not even knowing why. The anxiety got so bad she didn't trust anyone with her baby, not even her own husband. She was constantly checking to make sure her daughter was still breathing. She'd look in the mirror and just not recognize the person looking back. She also sheds light on other parts of early motherhood that people just don't talk about enough. She makes the point that breastfeeding isn't some natural instinct that just clicks. No, it's a difficult, learned skill. It's something the mom and the baby have to figure out together, and it takes a ton of time and patience. So coming out of that intense period of new motherhood, Arshia had to navigate a whole new reality, a new body, a new sense of self, and a whole new level of public judgment. And this just shows the huge disconnect, right? On one side, you have society telling women to snap back instantly after having a baby, but Arshia's reality was looking 5 months pregnant from months after giving birth. And what's interesting is that while you get those judgmental comments from strangers online, she found that 99% of her own audience was incredibly supportive. So how does she deal with that 1% of negativity? Well, she has a pretty clear playbook. First, just acknowledge it. It's okay to let it hurt for a second. But then, you decide to never, ever let the haters win by making you stop. She reminds herself that that kind of hate almost always comes from their own insecurity. Then, she quickly shifts her focus back to everything she's grateful for. And one of the best pieces of advice she ever got came from a nurse in the hospital. It's so simple, but it's so profound. The nurse told her, "Hey, it took you 9+ months to grow a baby. It's going to take you at least that long, maybe longer, to recover. It's about giving yourself grace and recognizing your body did something amazing." Ultimately, Arshia's story isn't just about beauty or building a business. It's a story about transformation. And it kind of makes you think about your own life, right? What was a rebirth for you? What challenge completely remade you? And what new strength did you find on the other side?